It's lovely weather outside, you know? Oh, I absolutely do like it when it is raining because it's it's peaceful. Can't speak. Jeez. Actually, it's because the some of the chocolate I had. Not bad at all. Speaking of which, get me a soda too. So, I was challenged by a friend that I wanted to talk about now because it's missing. It's missing in my life, and it's missing out there in the world. And I think we're only going to see more and more of it just being gone. The fact is, we need it, and I think I think it was part of why so many people end up deciding to check out, to give up, to just simply stop. And it's hard. And I know I talked about this before with the lack of touch, the lack of care, physical touching, and I did a video on it like a year to 2 years ago on how physical intimacy was missing, but this is a little bit different, and that's encouragement. How encouragement is missing, not just from my life, but I'm actually seeing a very severe lack of it around me. That affects a lot of things, but it in itself is also affected. I was having a conversation with someone at the Dollar General where I picked up the soda from and picked up some of that chocolate as more for a snack, you know. Vitamin deficiency ties in with all of this. That's not something, you know, found in the scripture, but medicine and Luke being a physician, that is. But the lack of encouragement is hard. And I stopped getting encouragement when I joined the army and left my home. So for me, when I told my friend, like, who challenged me as far as ending the videos that I do with some form of encouragement, I actually want to take that a bit more seriously because I see what he is saying, and it clicked. But at the same time, as I told him, my mind has been a very dark but interesting place. And the best way to describe it, there was a vision, image, so to speak, that popped up. The setting would have been the place, the burning town that you would find in Silent Hill, where there's ash and charcoal everywhere. But this was inside a building somewhere, and there was a flower, some sort of flower growing up in the cracks on the floor, representing hope. And that image has stuck with me for a long time as one of the few images that I still remember. Very beautiful. Encouragement is like that in the sense that we need it, but we also need to cultivate it in our own lives too, so that we can spread it around. Because other people need it, not just us. And scripture helps to reinforce that. Hence the video, the pictures at the beginning of the video. The foundation that most Christians should have is one that is supported, you know, directly supported by scripture. I'm not saying I'm a unique case, because all of us are brought back and saved in various different ways, but not everyone is going to have the same beginning where they grow up in a loving, caring family and learning about Jesus and scripture and the Bible. And it's in the back, isn't it? I have a book on a book that I still need to cover. I've been meaning to for a long time. It talks about you'll see it. It's the basics, the foundations of Christian, starting with very simple questions. But it's in a bag, so I'll get it later. Yeah, it's not going to be a very long video. Just try to understand that we're human. See where you're yeah, we're all human first. Second, where are you lacking with encouragement in your life? Third, what opportunities are around you that you could use to positively influence others, specifically with encouragement? I will do what I can, and I done goofed yesterday where I ended up apologizing to someone who, he's not exactly an old friend, but I've known him for years, and I kind of like made a mistake. And even though it was right for me to get angry, I just responded very poorly, and I was like, I feel bad, I feel awful. So, yeah. Encouragement, it's a lifelong lesson as well, because we're going to be tested in a lot as far as that goes. And the fact that I've been struggling with depression and recently found out about vitamin D and how that has been greatly helpful. And on top of that, with Parker, my friend who I've had conversations with about vitamin D deficiency, and how a lot of issues are tied to just deficiency in vitamins overall. And you gotta love and care for yourself to deal with some of these issues. I want to say encouragement is a little bit different, just because, well, it's the similar part is the cultivating. Clear out the debris, clear out the lies, the problems. Make room for that to grow in your own life. The Bible has the verses talking about the gardens and the flowers, and there's good points there. The planter and the seeds, the fertile soil, the rocky soil. There's some very good ones too. This stuff takes time to take hold, regardless of how fertile the ground actually is in your heart and your life. So once you make room for it, then it's just simply the repetition in Scripture, encouragement through other, Scripture, Bible studies, and the second part would be fellowship. Yeah. Spending time with other believers. I think that's it, man. Just very quick video that I want to talk about because it's kind of important. Encouragement is needed, and I guess last but not least, that picture in front there is AI generated art. I just simply put in depression versus encouragement, and that's what I got. It's not like the rain outside is discouraging, but I think a lot of people can relate to it because the downpour, the rain, the wet, everything becomes soaked, and I think a lot of people, it's just easier to tie that to depression. But yeah. And last but not least, if you're struggling with depression yourself and you want some encouragement in your life, take vitamin D. Give it a shot. You got nothing to lose except maybe $10 or whatever it costs to go get that. And you may just end up kicking yourself if your life turns around by 50 or 75% simply because you never knew about taking vitamin D. Anyway, there's other aspects that are extremely positive about vitamin D, not just simply a mood stabilizer. All right, until next time.